nandun ka pala. So, malapit na naman summer. Ano naman kaya mga summer getaway ng ating barkada? Nandyan yung panligo kung saan-saan. Liligo sa beach, sa dagat, at maging sa swimming pool. And who doesn't love to plunge in the cool water of a swimming pool to beat the scorching heat of a summer's day? And how much do you know about swimming? Well, swimming is the best way to relax after a long week at work and even serves as a means of exercise. We've been swimming all our lives. However, hindi natin alam kung saan ito nagmula. So, tara! Samahan niyo ako at alamin at tuklasin kung saan at paano ito nangyari.
Alam niyo ba na ang swimming ay kilala noong unang panahon pa lamang? At isang patunay na dito ay ang mga drawings na matatagpuan sa Wadi Sara sa Egypt. Ang mga larawang ito ay tila nagpapakita ng breaststroke or dog paddle na ilan lamang sa mga uri ng paglangon. Ngunit sinasabi rin na ito ay isang uri ng ritual na walang kinalaman sa paglangon. At alam niyo ba, this cave is also featured in the movie The English Patient. Isa pa sa may tuturing na ebidensya ng swimming ay ang Egyptian clay seal dated between 4000 BC and 1000 BC. This shows 4 swimmers who are believed to be swimming a variant of the frontal. Isa na rin dito ang Lagoda bas-relief, also shows swimmers dating back from 3000 BC. Noong 2800 BC, napag-alamang mayroong swimming pool sa Indian Palace, Mohenjo-daro na may sukat na 30 meter by 60 meter. The Minoan Palace na kilala sa tawag na Minos of Knossos in Crete also featured baths. Meron ding mga written references date back to 2000 BC, including Gilgamesh, the Iliad and Odyssey, the Bible, Bible, and other sagas, although this style is never described.
Limit sa ating kaalaman na noong makalumang Olympic Games o tinatawag na Asian Olympic Games, hindi isinali ng mga Griego ang swimming bilang sports. Ito ay dahil ayon sa kanila, ang swimming ay isang uri lamang ng panliligo. Sa pagdaan ng panahon, nang matuto ang mga Griego sa paglangoy, sinasabi na ang abilidad nila sa paglangoy ang makapagligtas sa kanila sa Battle of Salamis. Meanwhile, the Persians all June when their ships were destroyed. At alam niyo ba na si Julius Caesar ay kilala bilang isang magaling na manlalangoy?
Another evidence of the existence of swimming is the series of reliefs from 850 BC in the Nimrod Gallery of the British Museum show swimmers, mostly in military context, often using swimming aids. Sa Japan naman, swimming was one of the noble skills of the samurai, and historic records describe swimming competitions in 36 BC, organized by Emperor Suigi, which are the first known swimming races.
Dumago naman tayo sa panahon ng Middle Ages to 1800s. Swimming was initially one of the 7 agilities of knights during the Middle Ages, including swimming with armor. Sinasabi na sa panahon ng Middle Ages, swimming was done in a state of undress o nakahabad. However, it became less popular as society became more conservative. Isang halimbawa na lamang dito ay noong 16th century. A German court document in the Vecta prohibited the naked public swimming of children. Kilala niyo ba si Leonardo da Vinci? Sinasabi na siya ang gumawa ng early sketches of life belts. In 1538 naman, Nicholas Windman, German professor of languages, wrote the first swimming book, Calling Bells. His goal was not exercise, but rather to reduce the dangers of drowning. Around the same time, E. Digby in England also wrote a swimming book, claiming that humans can swim better than fish. In 1603, the Emperor Go-Yozei of Japan declared that school children should swim. In 1696, the French author Tebnot wrote The Art of Swimming, describing a breaststroke very similar to the modern breaststroke. This book was translated into English and became the standard reference of swimming for many years to come. In 1708, the first known life-saving group, Jinkiang Association of Saving the Life, was established in China. Benjamin Franklin is credited with the invention of the swimming fins at the age of 10 in 1716. In 1794, Canonicus Oronzio de Bernardi of Italy wrote a 2-volume book about swimming, including floating practice as prerequisite for swimming studies.
Atin naman tuklasin ang development ng swimming noong pre-Olympic era to 1896. In 1804, the life belt was invented by W. H. Malleson, the device being known at the time as the seaman's friend. In 1862, the first indoor swimming pool was built in England. In 1880, an amateur swimming association of Great Britain was organized with more than 300 members. In 1879, Louis III of Bavaria built a swimming pool in Kassel-Linderhof. This is believed to be the first artificial wave pool and also featured electrically heated water and light. Sumama naman tayo sa modern Olympic era after 1896. In 1897, Captain Henry Sheffield designed the rescue van or rescue cylinder, now well known as the life-saving device in Baywatch. In 1908, the World Swimming Association Federation International and the Natation de Amateur or FINA was formed.
At ngayong malaman natin kung saan nagsimula ang swimming, atin naman tuklasin ang iba't ibang swimming strokes at kung paano ito nalilito. At sinasabi, ang unang nagtuklas sa swimming stroke ay ang dog paddle o tinatawag na doggy paddle. It is characterized by the swimmer lying on their chest and moving their hands and legs alternately in a manner reminiscent of how dogs and other quadrupedal mammals. It is effectively a trot in water instead of land. Lumipas sa mga panahon, ang dog paddle ay nag-evolve into breaststroke. At ano naman ito tinatawag na breaststroke? Breaststroke is the slowest stroke used in competitive swimming. It requires considerable coordination and strength. The breaststroke begins the butterfly. Numerous swimmers contributed to the butterfly, which was derived from breaststroke. American coach David M. Brewster used underwater photography to analyze the breaststroke to help show bring the arms out of the water, increase speed. Through the technique was eventually blended during the breaststroke competitions. It was officially recognized as the new stroke in 1953. It was first used in the Olympics during the 1956 Games in Melbourne, Australia. The search for speed in swimming gave birth to the side stroke. But what is side stroke? The side stroke is a swimming stroke, so made because the swimmer lies on one side with a symmetric arm and leg motion. And it is helpful as life-saving technique and is often used for long-distance swimming. Later, the Trajan superseded the side stroke. Trajan is also known as the Australian crow, originated in South America. Englishman John Trajan copied it after observing some South American swimming. He introduced it to England in 1873. Further progress occurred when the crawl stroke was discovered, wherein the legs are kept close together with an up and down thrust, thus lessening resistance to forward movement. The speed of this crawl became greater and then called freestyle. As a Many swimmers consider the freestyle stroke as the fastest and most efficient way of swimming. When properly executed, a lot of distance can be covered without taking too much energy from the swimmer. And this is how the swimming stroke evolved.
Ngayon naman halongkatin natin kung saan nagmula ang swimsuit. In 18th century, although sea bathing was fashionable, it was considered proper to keep the skin white and untouched by the sun. Ladies were known to sew weights into the hem of their smock-like bathing gowns to prevent the garment from floating up and showing their legs. Modesty rolled over fashion. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, bathing slippers were very necessary, especially on the stony beaches to protect from broken glass, oyster shells, and pebbles that could cut or bruise their feet. During the mid-19th century, bathing dresses covered most of the female figure. These garments were highlighted in Goody's Lady's book in 1864. The long bloomers exhibit the influence of Amelia bloomers and innovative ideas for women's clothing. By 1910, bathing suits no longer camouflage the contours of the female body. The yards of the fabric used in Victorian bathing skirts and bloomers were reduced to show a little more of the figure and to allow for exposure to the sun. By 1915, women athletes started to share the actual sport of swimming with men and thus began to reduce the amount of heavy fabric used in their billowing swimsuits. In 1920, women ditched the long sleeves and skirts to show a little skin, but shorts still had to meet a certain length or else they would be fined or arrested for wearing one-piece bathing suits without the required leg coverage. The 30s brought more form-fitting styles and stretchy synthetic fabrics with higher-cut legs and lower-cut necklines. In 1946, French model Micheline Bernardini wore the bikini for the first time in Paris. It was marketed as a two-piece swimming suit that revealed everything about a girl except her mother's maiden name. In 1950, Brigitte Bardot starred in the 1952 French film Manina the Girl in the Bikini, one of the first times the bikini appeared in the movie. Movies aside, it was still considered improper to show the navel, which sparked over 50,000 letters protesting the ban. Protesters claimed it couldn't be called a bikini unless it fit through a wedding ring. In 1960, the introduction of a nylon and lycra in the 60s made suits tighter than ever, similar to the costume Yvonne Craig wore in her role as Batgirl in the television series Batman. Mine expanded and bikini shrunk in the 70s, and not surprisingly, women were showing more midriff than ever before. In 1980, with hair slicked down and neon accessories turned up, the 80s went wild over prints. Swimsuit plunged deeper in front and revealed more in back. In 1990, the trend navigated towards more athletic design. Tankinis were introduced, and the concept of mixing and matching tops, bottoms, and prints became popular. In the year 2000, borrowing details from Decade Pass, Garnet Hill launched Signature Swimwear, a collection of sophisticated styles highlighting our original prints. We still think the one piece is the most universally flattering suit of all time.
And now, let's talk about the history of swim caps. In earlier days, swim caps simply served the dual purpose of protecting hairdos and topping up stylish swim costumes. Today, the swim cap and its advanced technologies has become an indispensable part of competition swimwear.
Going way back, men and women are known to have bound their hair with nets made from taffeta, which is a synthetic silk and straw. In 1883, the invention of rubber opened the door to modern swim caps made from rubberized materials that were often covered with silky fabrics for a more fashionable cap for women. In 1900s to 1920s, swim caps became a fashion accessory to the full-body swimsuit worn in public, and as swimming grew more popular as a sport, an indispensable piece of racing gear. In 1940s, World War II created a shortage in rubber, and the production of swim caps sank. In 1950s, swim caps were back, colorful, flowery, and more fashionable than ever. Many women still wore them to keep their dolls from dipping into water. In 1960s, swim caps were starting to lose their popularity as a fashion statement. However, public swimming pools began to have standard rules for wearing them because of the long hair trends of the day. In 1970s, except for swim athletes the current day are stylish, versatile, and affordable. They are available in latex, silicone, and lycra, neoprene for open swim and scuba diving wetsuits. Swim caps come in a variety of updated colors and fun prints to suit every taste and style for recreational and competition swimmers at all abilities.
At ngayon, pag-usapan naman natin ang pinagmulan ng swimming goggles. In 14th century, the first recorded version of goggles may have been polished or layers of polished tortoise shells in Persia. In 16th century, the Persian goggles were imported to Venice. In 18th century, Polynesian skin divers used nipple frames. By keeping the face downward, air was trapped and protected the eyes from the salt water. Once glass became available, they were the first to incorporate glass lenses. Though they were not fully waterproof and were easily dislodged. In 1911, Thomas Borders became the first swimmer to use goggles to cross the English Channel. In 1916, swim goggles are patented by C.P. Trapman for use in underwater swimming, but there's no evidence of manufacture or use. In 1928, Gertrude Ederle becomes the sixth person, first woman and fastest swimmer to date to swim the English Channel, and the first using front crawl using a full mask of motorcycle goggles sealed by paraffin wax. In 1940, Popular Science magazine prints instruction on how to make hooded goggles. In 1940s to 1950s, Lawrence Chadwick and the other open water swimmers used their own version with large rubber seals and double lens glass. While in 1960, individual swimmer started creating very basic goggles with plastic caps held to the face with elastic. In 1969, Godfrey goggles are manufactured in the UK by Thomas Godfrey. From year 2000 up to present, different versions of goggles became available. However, this is still part of the Swims of the Nine Swimming Competition.
Ngayon naman, isa-isahin natin ang ilan sa mga popular na veterano sa larangan ng paglangoy. In 1896, the Olympic Games were held in Greece in the city of Athens. Swimming was included and there were 4 swimming contests held. Hungary's Alfred Hagios won the first gold medal in the history of swimming in the 100-meter freestyle and the 1,200-meter race. Paul Newman from Austria won the 500-meter event. A Greek sailor named Ioannis Malokinis won the 100-meter for sailors. In 1900, the Olympic Games were held in Paris, France. 4,000-meter freestyle race was won by British swimmer John Jarvis. The 4,000-meter event was the longest swimming competition event ever held in the history of swimming. In 1904, the Olympic Games in St. Louis, Missouri was the first time that the Olympics specified if an event was freestyle or breaststroke. In 1912, at the Olympic Games in Stockholm, women swam competitively for the first time. In 1922, Johnny Weissmuller became the first person to swim 100 meters in under a minute. Weissmuller went on to win 5 Olympic medals and 36 national championships, igniting an interest in competitive swimming that was never seen before. Weissmuller never lost a race over a career spanning 10 years. Also, in 1922, female swimmer Sybil Bauer was the first woman to break the men's 440-meter backstroke record. Competitive swimming went to the forefront of sports due to these record-breaking feats. Mark Spitz in 1972 broke all records in the history of swimming at the 1972 Summer Olympics and won 7 gold medals. Spitz was a phenomenal swimmer and won a total of 9 Olympic gold medals, a silver, a bronze, 5 Pan Am golds, 31 other amateur titles, and 8 college titles. Accumulated this impressive total of titles between the years of 1968 to 1972. Spitz at the 1972 Olympics broke the world records in each of the 7 events he won gold medals. Competitive swimming has not seen the likes of Spitz until Michael Phelps. As of this date, Phelps has won 16 Olympic medals. Phelps won 6 gold and 2 bronze medals in 2004 in Athens. In 2008 at the Beijing Olympics, he won 8 gold medals. With these accomplishments, Phelps has twice tied with a total record of 8 gold medals at 1 Olympics. The history of swimming has been a documented and varied one. From the side stroke to the current freestyle strokes,
Swimming has and continues to be an exciting and ever-evolving sport. So yan kaibigan, marami ka ng ideya tungkol sa swimming. Nandiyan ang iba't ibang strokes, goggles, cups, at maging ang mga veterano sa larangan ng paglangoy. So, ano, ready ka na? Tara, langoy na!